Welcome to the AFC East by NAFCo. Today's sponsors is West PA Systems, your 21st century electrical bill contractor, and Dakota, the Du Bois Area Council on the Arts, as well as NAFCo, the Northern Appalachian Film Collective. You can visit ourselves too at the AFC East at facebook.com/AFC East NAFCO. And for today, you have with me is Jeff Carey. Yeah,
Hello.
and then you have myself, Perry, and Paul is not here today. He's busy doing the coverage of the Bills game. That's tonight, Monday Night Football. The Bills are on. I know Jeff kind of has the game up on the sides, but that's the both of us here today. Also, I'd like to just say real quick, we're on a brand new system. We said in this last episode we're going to have a brand new system. It's here. It's called StreamYard. Not that the audience needs to know, but things are a little slicker. You'll notice things might look a little differently. One thing is, if you comment, we have the ability to bring your comments up on screen, kind of like you see our little names down there in the in the in the corner right there, for instance. So go ahead, comment away if you'd like. So enjoy the show that's much more interactive now. Now, today we have kind of a special thing with Jeff, for instance. We had a game in London this week in the AFC East.
We did a very uneventful game.
A very uneventful game. Well,
Yeah,
it was eventful. It was just not maybe didn't come
the
out. How was that uneventful? It like came down to
the,
the last
the
bit.
wrong outcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's
Just
been a
like
lot of.
I could say the Cowboys Pats game was uneventful,
Well, I
but
like that game.
yeah, we both know that it was not uneventful. But by your logic, that game was uneventful, is what I'm saying.
Right.
But so, what's your thoughts on this whole London business with Miami? Is
As
that
far
do you
as
blame the loss on the travel?
no, not at all. I blame the loss on play calling, coaching. Um, we're not using our players the right way. So I think what's going to happen, they're going to play the season out, and then there'll be some changes in the off season.
Yeah, are you leaning more towards changing coaching staff, or what kind of directions do you think the change is
I
going to go
think
in
I
this
think
time?
that's what it's going to end up being because you can't fire the whole football team, but you can get rid of a coach. And this is his third year, and we're going backwards. We're not moving forwards. So I don't know if
But
it's GM or coaching, but something has to change. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over.
but didn't he? I'm gonna do my research on that. Didn't he win Coach of the Year though?
By going 10-6
Brian
last year,
Flores.
yeah, 10-6 though, not the playoffs. And now we're 1-5 already this year. So
Oh no, he
I,
did not win it.
I think he was
Sorry, I thought
in
he won it.
contention for it.
Yeah, third place. Okay, I had that wrong. All right, well that's
I,
why I did my research.
yeah, I heard an interesting podcast tonight where they were talking about Flores is trying to be the Patriot way, and there was only one Patriot way, and it just happened to be having Brady and the same great coach for 20 years, and that's a very hard thing to replicate. So
Yeah,
you
but
got to kind of
I hear you on the difficulty to replicate. It looks like Belichick is. I mean, the way things are looking in New England, it looks like Belichick replicated himself yet again with Mac Jones. To tell you the truth, it's not going
right.
to be there this season, but it's looking like that. I mean, he went 7-7 first half this week, but we're talking about the Miami game. It's just now you're bringing up the little Belichick concept, and so that's why I went there with it at all. Though it's just it does look that way, like it's being replicated at this time.
Right. Yeah, I don't see the schedule getting any easier for the Dolphins. Maybe they just got to sit down and draw up some new plays for the players and try to utilize them better.
Yeah, well, they're ranked the easiest schedule remaining.
Well, we thought we'd beat Jacksonville too, so
Yeah, well,
and,
easiest schedule doesn't mean you win it. It's just the
right.
caliber of talent is
We thought we'd
lesser.
beat
And yes,
Indianapolis too.
yeah, yeah, it's not looking great. I mean, you're still sitting there tied with the Jets effectively.
Right.
I mean, there's a half game difference now because of the Jets having a bye week this week. But that's a half game. I mean, gee. So that's it's not great down in Miami. I'd say that, but yeah, you think the right action at this point is to replace coaching and move on
Yeah,
move on. What
I
do you
don't
think
know.
about Tua?
Two is still to be seen. I mean, he had a decent game yesterday, but I mean, I'm up in the air on whether he's the right guy or not. There's other options out there next season. We could get somebody else, get another college kid. I don't know. I think he's just too fragile, and I don't know. He had a really bad interception yesterday, so it's his first game back, but he's got to step it up.
Yeah, so I forgot about my little graphics on the side here. I meant to put this up to have like the little graphic for each time there's a new topic up. Kind of thinking like, pardon the interruption slightly. That at least they kind of put on the screen what they're talking about, so everybody can
Right.
follow along, make sure they know which game we're talking about. So, yeah. So, is there anything really? I mean, as far as the game goes, how did that end exactly, Jeff? I caught much of the game, but I didn't catch the last. Well, really, I didn't catch the second half. I caught the first half.
Yeah, they made a field goal with time expiring, so it was 23-20. So we were there. We were tied, had a chance, and didn't take advantage of it. And Jacksonville made a long field goal. So
Yeah. Well, that's kind of the story. I mean, kicks have been the story of the week so far. We've only had two full games for the AFC East to cover here, and both of them came down to a kick at the end of the day. Well, they didn't come down to a kick. Sorry, I shouldn't put it that way. Came down to the last minutes. That's how I should put it.
you're getting
Um,
that. Someone told me you're getting an echo coming out of the Facebook
oh,
on your audio.
let's take a quick look here. I can try to check on that while we're on here. So, Jeff, what do you want to talk about while I'm checking this?
Oh, we can talk about the Jets who didn't play yesterday. I think they might actually be better than the Dolphins this year, honestly.
Oh yeah.
Just my
Do you think they
opinion.
might have a better? Here, I'm gonna actually mute this. You keep talking. I'm gonna mute
Okay.
this.
I mean, the Jets are still trying to build again, also, but I think they've got some components together. They went through their coaching changes. They didn't take forever to win a game this year. I mean, they've won one, we've won one, so I could easily see them doing better than us this year. And we still have to play them twice, so that'll be interesting. Can you hear me on there?
Okay, check one, check. I'm testing audio here. I'm testing audio here. I can hear you on here.
Okay. Did it go away, the echo?
There is some kind of echo. Here, I have a solution. Thank you though for. 1 second. I'm gonna have to edit audio. No. Let's see, mic and cam, audio, cancellation on. All right, now we're testing. Testing. Is on. Echo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I really am just gonna do this real quick over here. I can hear you. You're not echoing
Okay.
at all.
No. Yours, something switched on yours, though. It sounds a little bit better.
It's me that echoes. Okay. Default in. Okay. Yeah, check one, check.
Okay. Seems crisper.
Wait. Okay, check. I might have fixed it.
It sounds pretty crisp.
Let's see, I'm waiting for. Nope, there's still an echo. Yeah. So it's good on within the system. It's when it's going out to public.
Right.
Echo. Okay. Oh, you know what? That could be the case here. Audio, mic. There. Okay. That's now been.
You got that?
Check.
Yep.
No, that doesn't fix it either.
All right. Might have to just go with it for now. Buffalo's up 2017.
Speaker check.
Just go with it.
Well,
I don't think it's too bad.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to. That's quite the thing. Speaker. Check. Yeah, it has to do with. You know what? Here's what I'll do. I'm gonna swap that out. Check.
Yep. Is it still echoing on there? It still is.
Now I'm taking off my background. I look a little more naked now.
All right.
That looks like that might have fixed it. Check. No, it didn't fix it. Okay, that's gonna be like a whole thing that is apparently a BFE.
All right. Just go with it.
Wow. So I'm just going to go with it for today. We're going to have to do some audio tech rehearsal, but I appreciate that was brought to my attention to everybody. So, okay. Moving on. We're not covering Jacksonville versus Miami anymore. It sounds like we have that covered, right, Jeff?
Yep. Not much to talk about.
Oh, I don't even have you now. Oh, gosh.
Man, a lot of players getting hurt this game.
Okay, now I have you.
All right.
Okay. So we're just gonna. Oh. I'm hearing it off of you. Do you have speakers on your laptop? That's what it sounds like to me because I'm hearing it right back.
Oh, let me see. My laptop. Oh, let me turn it off.
That's what this was.
But I'm not even plugged in on my laptop.
Oh, yourself. Oh. You don't have audio. I'm hearing it come back off of you, like my voice is coming out of your microphone somehow.
All right. If I turn down my volume, would that help?
Yeah, you should have no volume there. You should have only volume in your headset. Is it playing both places?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, we are literally doing tech support live right now. I can hear myself directly on the feed. I should not be able to hear myself though, and it's like clearly coming from you. Like
All
my
right.
audio is
How about
going to
now?
you and coming back to me. Check one, check. It's good. We do have your image is frozen at the moment, but we're good on audio. It sounds like I'm
Okay.
gonna go over and check too. But let's try to get you unfrozen there. Even if you have to rejoin in, that's fine. We might have gotten to the bottom of it. What did you do differently, Jeff? Check one, check, checking audio. Yeah, it's
Uh,
fixed. It's fixed.
okay.
It's what did you do differently, Jeff? Though, okay, so two things. Let's see. If I have to send you a rejoin link, I can. But
I'm getting an echo because hang on.
okay. See, the feed is good now, though. Like the live audience is getting a correct thing, and that tells me I can turn on my thing again, my background, instead of showing everybody my lovely kitchen. Showing everybody my kitchen. Apparently, it's just how we go. Camera. Okay. So check one, check, checking audio. Uh-oh. Okay, it's coming in now. Check one, check, checking audio. Okay. So this mic check has been brought to you by Red Meat. It's good to eat, and we're always having a good time over here. Jeff, you there, bud? Okay, we are getting Jeff back into the show here. 1 second. This is the first time with a system issue. Okay. Jeff should be here momentarily. Okay, wow, Jeff. Uh, hmm. Resending the link to Jeff. Wow, though. So this is a lot of. Let's stay entertaining here. Don't know what I'm really supposed to tell people. At least we have the audio working. Oh, hey, there's Jeff. Oh, wow, we got him. Oh, thank God. All right, Jeff.
He had to send me the link again.
Yeah, that's okay. Second time's the charm. That's okay. So I am pleased to have you back, and it looks like our audio is going well. What did you do differently? I'm just curious. The audience might even want to know what happened there to make things better.
I think you had I had a notification that we were going live. I think I was watching on the Facebook actually.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, well, just watch out for that in the future that you don't pull up the broadcast on Facebook because that totally fixed it.
All right.
Yeah, I'm checking the audio and it's like totally fine now. So at least we're figuring out these small details, right? So bear with us, new system, and I know that was like a 10-minute break in the show. That's now just forever recorded of us just dubbing around with StreamYard. But so okay, let's actually talk about Dallas and New England though. Dallas and New England was an interesting game. I mean, Tony Romo was covering it, and even he said that this was one of the more interesting games. Very high level play. It felt like the entire time through. Which tells you something about the Patriots being kind of a fake 2-3. Well, now a fake 2-4. As far as what I mean by that is it's not the same as just losing all the time. Like the score might read, like the record might read, like, oh man, they're really in the bottom of the barrel. They're really close games that are a struggle every week for somebody to beat the Patriots right now. And I think with a rookie quarterback, it's those rookie quarterback details is the difference in their record right now. It's a lot of these things come down to he just couldn't get it into the end zone for the most part. And that's that stuff Paul talks about all the time on the show when he's on. That getting into the end zone out of the red zone is that's the difficult aspect. That the NFL, like the holes are just so much tighter than in college in the NFL that it makes it difficult to hit those holes, those gaps, and everything. And so, plus you have to have 2 feet down in the end zone instead of 1 foot, things like that. So it makes it very difficult to convert into the pro level there, and that's where you're seeing the rookie issues out of Mac Jones. Now, with that being said, he can work on that, and that's he's coming across as the best rookie out of this, best rookie quarterback out of this draft class, hands down. I don't think there's really any debate there at this time. But where you're getting losses, I think it really totally comes down to inability to get it into the end zone. Out of the red zone. Now he is able to. He has proven the ability to. Just consistency there is where the issue is. That's a detail though. That's one of the big details that came out last season that developed out of Allen, for instance. Josh Allen was not hitting those his first 2 years. So this could be a waiting until even the fall of 2023 before we can really pass judgment on these kind of details. But for right now, I think this season is going to be. I hope for 500, but I have my doubts it's even going to get to 500 for the Patriots. Now, this game in particular, Mac Jones made it a struggle. He went to overtime. He took Dak Prescott, a fully fledged veteran Dallas team that's 4-1. He took into overtime. Just the fact that he's there, like that's the thing right now. The fact that this rookie quarterback's able to be competitive at all is impressive at this point in time. Now the game ended with a basically a possession that when the Pats got the ball. They won the coin toss. They elected to receive the ball. They were not able to sustain a drive down the field. They punted, and then Dallas came back and scored a touchdown. And that's just how that went.
Well, you guys could easily have won 3 more games this year.
Yeah, I think so. Things are close. I mean, you have that fumble game against Miami. I mean, now that you see Miami losing in Jacksonville, you had Mac Jones' first game ever, and then you also had them like. So they fumbled that ball. Now that guy Stevenson is back now. By the way, the guy that made that fumble, and he did phenomenal yesterday. He's finally back off the practice squad again because basically he fumbled that ball and got his ass sent to the practice squad.
Right.
So now he's off the practice squad. He's paid his dues for that fumble, and that guy's explosive. Even Romo said that he likes the guy. So that tells you something. That it's just the word that they like to use is juice for Stevenson, who's basically emerging as a potential, basically another running back, and likely I can see him being. He's good at passing. He's good at making catches downfield. I can see them basically using Damian Harris as their 1 and 2 down back, and third down back being Stevenson. I can really see that combo working out quite well for the Patriots for the next 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, you guys definitely have defined roles on your team. You can see where the potential is for players. Where I feel like the Dolphins are still trying to mix and match and patch holes and stuff. So
I hear you. Yeah, and that's where you get into the Belichick system as far as, when I say the first and second down, third down back, that's been that system since Keith Falk in the early 2000s, even I think maybe even sort of late 90s. Falk, and then you had sort of in the mid 2000s it was Keith Falk and Corey Dillon for your guys, so that was a great combo they had. And then, but right now it's been White who's injured. Right now they're really trying to do Damian Harris and White, but White's injured, so I think Stevenson is going to fill that gap that was White quite well. Although I'm hearing my voice again there, Jeff. That's not a good sign. I'm going to do an audio check, but you may have to. It sounded like you got something up there playing our show again.
I didn't do anything.
Checking. That's okay. I'm double checking though, making sure. Check. Oof. So here's how I test this. Check. I'm waiting for that. Okay, it's coming from you for a fact, but because I can mute you, and if I mute you and I'm not getting an echo, it means it's coming out of you. So let's check this once more. Yep, it is. Are you sure there's no place where it's playing out of your setup?
No.
Because it's that again.
I can. How's that?
Oh, now we don't have you at all. Check. Check. Check.
If I click out, the camera will go off.
Yeah, you have no audio, Jeff. Did you unplug and replug in your? I might have to have you rejoin.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now at this point in time.
All right.
Give me. Oh, unmute site. That one might have been on me. Check one, check. Hello?
Hello.
Dang, though, I'm hearing it back. Hearing myself back. Although, let me take down. Here's the other idea. Take down that. 1 second. Let me make sure it's not this. If not, we're gonna have to do audio checks on you here, man, because there's something loose. They call that. Camera. There. We're gonna get my crappy background again. And check one, check one, check. Okay, I'm gonna mute this. Mute site. Go over here. Check that. Check. Check. Okay, so that's okay. So Jeff, it's whenever your mic is on is where the echo comes in. That tells me for a fact. I'm just going to explain this even to the audience. For a fact, that means the audio is coming from me, coming out of a device near you, like physically by you, and then it's coming into your microphone at your head. So you got something in the room playing this. Like if you take off your head. Oh, I don't even have. Wait. Oh, unmute site. Okay. So if you take off, yeah. Do you hear me anywhere else besides your headset? Like if you take your headset off your head. Okay, check. Do you hear me anywhere?
Oh yeah, mute that.
Yeah, that's where the problem is.
Huh? Oh.
Yeah, wherever I hear it too.
Maybe it's on that.
Yeah, because I can hear when you take your headset off and I'm hearing myself still.
Right.
Then it tells me, and I mute, and then it's gone. The hearing myself. So that tells me it's in your room somewhere, or at the house.
Yeah, they got it muted.
Check one, check. Still hearing it.
Just go out of it for a second.
Check one, check. Yeah, still got it. I don't even care. At this point, I'm just trying to get the audio straight now because we're on a new system, you know?
Right.
I don't even care the fact that this might be a drab. If you're seeing this, fast forward like 5 minutes or something. If you're watching this, it has a recording. This is why it's a good thing Paul wasn't on today. That way we're dealing with this stuff now. I don't even mind. I'm just going to roll with this. Anyway, that does mean I can't. Well, I'm going to leave that off. My background helper.
All right. Let's cover next week's games.
Check one, check. Well, yeah, we can cut. Did you figure out what else is playing out over there in your room with you?
Yeah, there's nothing on. She was just watching it, but it's not on the volume.
So if you take your headset off, you don't hear my voice anywhere. Check.
No.
Do you hear me talking at all? Oh gosh.
Do you hear me?
Check.
Yeah.
There's just nothing but. Okay.
Just the headphones.
But you kind of. It seemed like you were reacting to me when I was talking with your headset off. Were you able to hear me through your headset with your headset off your head?
Yeah.
Is it because your headset's so loud?
Yeah.
That might be what's causing this. Then is the headset being so loud that it's going from your headset to the microphone by your face. Could you try turning your headset itself down? Because that might be the troubleshoot here at this point.
Well, I did it on my phone. How's that?
Check. Yeah, I'm not hearing myself at all.
All right.
Yeah. So what did you just do?
I just turned the volume down on my phone.
No. So what's happening here is your phone's playing the audio. It was just playing it through the headset.
Right.
Okay, so your headset just can be okay. So now we've learned this, and it's actually useful, Jeff. What we learned here is that your headset can actually go so loud that it goes from basically just your earpiece into the microphone, and it's not
Gotcha.
canceling. So it's then looping me back into the show. So that's what caused the echo this whole time, I think.
All
Or
right.
maybe it might be twofold. It might have been the one thing you canceled, then the other thing. So that's cool. We're not trying to do that stuff. And now I'm gonna get my helper back. My background helper can come back. Wait a second. Yeah, I'm trying to test this here. Check, check, check. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. The theory works. The theory works. Everything's good. I'm changing over to my background helper. Wow, is it loading? Cool. All right, we're back in business. And I don't hear
Can you
myself.
hear me
That's
all right?
great. Yeah, yeah, we're doing great.
Right.
Everything's back in business. We're totally functional now, Jeff. Again, thank you very much for working through that. Okay, so to finish with Dallas and New England, Dallas came in for a touchdown. That's the game. Basically, New England Patriots. The final score was 35-29 Cowboys. It was an unfortunate heartbreaker of a loss, but at the same time, I'm fine with the way Cam Newton's playing as far as the way his development looks good coming along right now. Any thoughts on your end, Jeff?
I switched to being a Cowboy fan, so I was happy with the end result.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one of those. Well, at least you won somehow. I can see why you felt like you needed to become a Cowboys fan right now. You got Miami losing Jacksonville on an international level, and then you have Dallas coming into New England beating the Pats in overtime. It's
Right.
way more exciting time to be a Dallas fan than it is a Miami fan right now.
Right. Always have
Plus,
a
it's your
backup
hometown.
plan.
It's your birth town,
Right.
so you got some rights to it that way.
So
So
what's next week's games?
next week's games. Well, first I want to just say real quick, covering the Jets. The Jets had a bye week, so that's covering them. Is just saying they had a bye week. And Buffalo and Tennessee are playing right now. Where do you have that game pulled up right now, Jeff?
Yeah, it's up. They're in Nashville.
They're in Nashville. And what's the score
Yeah.
looking like?
Um,
What's the
where's the,
scoreboard
let
and timing? Oh,
me
dang!
see the
That
remote
didn't.
real quick. My screensaver just popped on. 23-17 Buffalo.
23-17 Buffalo.
Third quarter, 10.5 left.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, the Titans are hanging in there. Titans are kind of not the easiest win, but they can be like the Jets beat them. Just saying, man. If Buffalo loses to the Titans, that's going to be weird because the Jets beat the Titans.
Right.
So that's fascinating, right there.
Yeah, it's a pretty
So
tight game.
yeah, okay. Well, we'll kind of keep posted on that throughout here, but so next week's games, yeah, there's really nothing else to cover for this week though. At this point, let's move on to next week's games. Sorry to the audience for the amount of audio checking, as we're on a new system, but now we got things kind of straightened out. Basically, yeah. So okay, you know, I'm looking up schedules on the fly here. I'll tell you right now, the Patriots are playing so the Patriots are playing the Jets next Sunday, 1 p.m. In New York. So that's a divisional game right there. Your thoughts on that, Jeff? Yeah,
You guys should beat the Jets, but you never know.
yeah, their defense is kind of rough. I will say that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be a tight game. And you guys coming off of another close loss. I mean, you just have to keep on fighting. But I could see the Jets upsetting that game.
Yeah. Um.
which would suck for Miami because then we'll be in the cellar.
Oh, gee, yeah. Then Miami's going to be the bottom of the division.
Yeah,
Oh, shoot. Well, yeah. I guess you'd probably rather the Pats win. Weirdly enough.
right.
So I can see that. I can see that this being. I can see this being iffy if the Jets are able to beat the Titans. The Jets. How do I put this? The Jets have that any given Sunday vibe about them right now. Now, when had Adam Gase, it felt like, well, they're just going to lose. They're the Jets. But now that they're got their new head coaching, their new coaching staff, defensively they are tough. So it gives them that any given Sunday vibe. Not they're going to come in and sweep it, but that they have a chance. In any given Sunday they could pull one off. So that's that. That's what I have to say there on this game. But so I'm just gonna do it. What's our picks on this?
I'm gonna go Pats like 27-20.
27-20. See, I feel like the Pats have struggles getting into the end zone, and the Jets have a solid defense, fairly solid. They're definitely NFL capable. I think it's going to be a defensive game. I'm going to say, yeah, I'm actually going to say 10-14 Patriots.
Okay, you guys put up quite a few points yesterday.
Yeah, 29. Although it took, they had an extra quarter. Although they did not.
They didn't score in it. Yeah,
Yeah, I know, but they had an extra possession. But yeah, so I got you. Yeah, no, 35-29 it was a high scoring game. Honestly, it was exciting to watch because it really was a game where the offenses were just both clicking the entire day.
right.
So it was fascinating. But be that as it may, I don't think that that's an all the time thing. I just don't, and I think that I think the Jets are going to put up a little bit more of a fight defensively. So I'm going to go 14-10. So then we have the Dolphins. The Dolphins are playing the Falcons next week, next Sunday, 1 p.m. Falcons at Miami, or Atlanta at Miami, rather, huh? So what's your thoughts, Jeff, on Atlanta versus Miami?
I would love to be optimistic, but I just don't see it happening. I think they've just lost control of the locker room, and I mean, if we have to play a perfect game to win.
Are there reports that the locker room is out of control, Jeff?
Oh yeah, yeah.
How so?
Well, there's been reports that gym that Tua goes to, one of the trainers there is kind of talking badly about the coach and stuff. So, yeah, there's been some rumblings and rumors already.
Gotcha. Well, that gets kind of hairy there. Um, that's yeah. Once the locker room's gone, once the locker room's gone, that kind of tends to be a good signal that we're losing. You can win a championship, and if the very next season the locker room has turned against you, I mean, there's no point at that point. It doesn't
Right,
matter that you just won the Super Bowl the year prior. Now I can say that. Now I'm going to cross sports here real quick and say this could be reminiscent of like Terry Francona and the chicken and beer incident from the 2012 Red Sox or 2011 Red Sox, um, where the chicken and beer scandal. Do you remember that, the chicken and beer
little
scandal?
bit, yeah, a
A
little
little
bit,
bit, yeah. Well, Terry Francona won two World Series, but he was useless at that point, so they ended up getting rid of him. Now he's
right,
competitive. He's with the Cleveland Indians. They're competitive, but um, it's just like you can have championships and then you lose control of that locker room. You're out of you have to be out of there at that point.
right,
So if that's the case, Jeff, that changes my opinion as just an NFL fan of the coaching situation there. I did not realize it had developed into that until you told me. But that's why you're our Dolphins guy.
right. There's been a lot of articles about it, so whether it's true or not, I don't know, but there has been writings about it. So,
Okay. All right. So, gotcha. Yeah, I hear you. I hear what you're saying there. Sometimes things get captivated on after, like Belichick says, how his relationship with Brady, people are taking like 30. There's like a 20-year relationship, and people take 30 seconds from 7 years ago, and 30 seconds from 5 years ago, and 1 minute from 3 years ago, and it's just kind of like,
Right.
there's like these little moments out of the whole year that they're going to pick and call that how things were going that year, and it's like, no, that was a 30-second conversation. That
Right.
is what they're trying to make, like that whole year come down to 30 seconds. And it's like, yeah, they had a dispute that was like 30 seconds long 5 years ago. And so there's something to be said about like that new book that got released there back, about a month ago. I say, well, yeah, 2 weeks ago. It was all a lot of that. That's pretty much what Belichick and Brady have to say, is that these were like 30 seconds, years apart,
Right.
that
Right.
that were are like all
The
crammed
only
into
two
one
people who
book.
know what happened are the two people that were involved.
Yeah, yeah, yep. And I'd say I would go as far as to say it's really a four-person thing. Here's why, and this is where I want to kind of end it on, and I just want to say I think it's four people. I think it's Belichick, Brady, Kraft, and Alex Guerrero there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so the trainer, so ownership and the trainer there too were involved. Anyway, that's not to play Mister Correction like I do way too often. It's just it's just sort of something I thought a lot about. And
Right.
so, with that being said, though, we're talking not even about that. Somehow I got on that tangent. I think it's the coffee that I
Mhm.
drank just before coming
So
on.
the
Falcons and
Bills are
Dolphins.
finishing up tonight. Who
Oh,
do they play next week? Do they have a bye week
well, they have a bye week, but we got to cover our picks on Falcons Dolphins. We
on the
just kind of
Dolphins?
talked.
All right. Oh man. 17-14 Dolphins. If we can score 17 points.
Mm. Yeah, that's gonna look good
But
on
we need our
camera.
defense to hold up.
So I just spilled coffee on myself. This is why I used to enjoy us being audio only, because one thing is less to dick with, but the one thing is though is I spilled coffee on myself now that's like on camera, whereas I used to just be like, oh, nobody knows.
Right.
Now I just dragged attention to it, so if somebody didn't notice, they now definitely notice. But so you think what did you say, 17-14?
Yep. 17-14 Dolphins.
You think uh so
I mean,
I'm
if
going to
we
take a
lose
quick
another
look at.
game, it's the season's totally over. So
Yeah, well, the way you're talking is, yeah, Falcons are 2-3. Boy, boy, Falcons are 2-3. So I'm gonna say, boy, I really think that this is gonna be like, I'm gonna flip it 14-17 Falcons. Sorry, Jeff. It's just what you're
I
telling me
I can
doesn't.
see it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's that. I think you already, the audience already knows why. I just said it. I think that if you lost control, that's new information. That changes my opinion on a lot. So, with that being said, too, we move over to the Bills. The Bills have a bye week. Um, so my picks on that there, Jeff. You got picks
On the bye week,
on the
Buffalo will
Bills
win.
bye week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Titans are up by one right now over the Bills.
Ooh, what? How much?
24-23.
24-23. What's
Yep.
what's what's left in the game?
There's still third quarter.
Still third quarter. Okay. So a lot of football to be played there. I'm sure Bill. That means that we're going to have an interesting broadcast next week. So tune in to hear all about that. Paul will be on to cover this Bills game, as well as, well, the bye week. That actually matches up well, though, I will say, because that means that he'll only have to cover the one game next week. He won't have to be covering little extras at that point.
Right.
So I'm pretty satisfied with it. With the way that schedule worked out. So yeah, my picks for the bye week is that hopefully Paul comes back well rested, and so that's what I do. I pick Paul to come back well rested, and for StreamYard to be working just fine. I'm glad we were able to work out that little audio thing we had going on there, Jeff. That now we just know that your headset only goes up so high before it. Now we know that, so we won't have to have that issue in the future.
Right.
Yeah, and one thing too, Jeff, is people can't get away with me not knowing who it is that's echoing now with the StreamYard system because uh, before we were having to lace people in through Skype with a separate video thing that was separate completely from the Skype call that was overlapping each other, and that's how it was making it happen. With this service, though, and I'm not here to advertise the service, but I'll just start calling it this service. Though I'll just say it to you, Jeff, and the audience is I can actually pinpoint exactly which one of you and mute you specifically. And so if it's Paul's echoing next time, I can mute him and figure out exactly where pinpoint who that echo is coming off of. So before it could have been any of us three. Now I can actually pinpoint. And so it's like, yeah, nobody can get away with saying, "Oh, it's not me." It's like, no, I can see
Right.
it's you.
Right.
Kind of thing.
I never had the issue before though with the headphones and the microphone. So
No, you didn't.
mm-mm.
There is a thing, an option for noise cancellation and stuff in there. I don't really want to get into that tonight, but long story short is I think what you did there is really how to handle it. Is just it's. Can you hear me okay, or is it like really quiet?
It's a little faint, yeah.
Oh shoot.
And I can hear you
Well,
okay, but
yeah, you might be able to find a mid ground or something too, but yeah, more expensive headsets too are better about that. By the way, Jeff,
right.
I'm just gonna let you know that's actually one of the bigger things. Like one of the things where those $200 headsets are great for is the noise cancellation. Now, actually, Paul has a decent one that does okay at that, and it was about $50.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'm just saying. So if you were to look into that, I know you've thought about doing some other stuff with your audio. You thought about having a mic kind of like this one with a headset, kind of like mine at one point. Are you still thinking of doing that?
My son had it and we looked at it, but I have to buy a stand and stuff, so
Yeah, you
I'm
mean
not
like
sure.
the
Yeah.
stuff. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I know Paul bought this thing on Wish. Yeah, I'll just tell the audience. Paul actually paid for this on Wish like a year ago, and it took like 5 months to come in because they like was still it was like a he ordered it from China, and then like China it still wasn't made yet, pretty much, kind of thing, and like so it
Right.
finally came in, and eventually he just got sick of trying to hook it up and gave it to me. So
Gotcha.
that's the story on Perry's microphone, the thing in his face. Well, this has been the AFC East by NAFCo. We're brought to you by the West PA Systems, your 21st century electrical build contractor, and NAFCo, the Northern Appalachian Film Collective, as well as the Dakota, the Du Bois Area Council in the Arts, and NAFCo itself. You can go, well, I'm not going to give the website out now because we are working on it. But also check us out if you on facebook.com/AFC East NAFCO. That's the best way to stay up to date on anything AFC East throughout your week. And every Monday night we have this show, and so it's a good time. And forward this over to anybody that's a fan of your any AFC East team. That's the Patriots, the Dolphins, the Jets, and the Bills. Any last words, Jeff?
Nope. I'm ready for some sleep and I want to watch the Bills lose here, so
Oh yeah, you're hoping to even things up in the standings a little bit.
yep.
I got you. Well, with no further ado, have a great night, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Next Monday night should be 7:30. We should be going out live, roughly 7:30 p.m. next Monday night. That is the 25th. Thank you very much. You have a great day.
Good night.